Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson. I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground. Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another Dank ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson, dude. Might as well switch my name to Strider Chilson. I'm feeling chill right now. We got Aaron on the sticks. What up, Aaron?
What up?
Legend, dude. Chilling, dude. Freaking fired up, dude. Speaking of chilling, dude, getting an actual little bit of a bone chill. You know, winter is upon us. I shouldn't really say that. Might even be lying right now because it's about 75 in SoCal. But, you know, winter's here, dude. And nothing gets me more fired up during winter than just thinking of like a boys trip, you know? Cruising to Big Bear, cruising Mammoth, dude. You know, just getting out there, hitting fresh pow-pow with the boys, dude. I ski. A little bit yuppie of me, but honestly, dude, skiing is kind of badass. Like, everyone looks at, you know, thinking of Johnny Tsunami, like, dude, skies versus urchins, dude. You know, snowboarders, it's tight. You're on a board. I get it, dude. If you're on a board, that's sick. You know, you're carving up different terrain, dude. You surfskate snow, you're on a board. It's legit. You're on skis, dude. You know, your dad did it, your mom did it, dude, you know, like whatever. It's kind of, you know, it seems pretty like preppy and lame, dude. But there's some chillers out there that can absolutely rip it up and shred. And when you really break it down, you're just on two sticks going down a mountain. That's pretty gnarly right there, dude. Do you ski or snowboard, Aaron?
I don't. Growing up here in San Diego, I didn't go see the snow hardly ever.
It's wild, but dude, the thing is, bro, it's accessible at the right time of year. And dude, you could literally wake up, pull Dawn Patrol if you're down in San Diego on Black's Beach, hop in your freaking truck, dude, your lifted Tahoe, dude, have your snowboard already in there ready to go, drive up the mountain, dude, maybe pack some chains, dude. But if not, dude, get that all-wheel drive, those freaking snow tires, which I know you've got on there, dude. You know, your mud flaps, dude, and maybe like some freaking, you know, bulldog nuts hanging off the back of your freaking, you know, toe, and just freaking bomb up Big Bear up the 39, dude, and you're there, dude, by noon.
Yeah, I know I could do that, but I don't.
Sick.
At this point, I mean, I'm almost 40. At this point, I don't need to wreck my knee on something.
True.
You know?
They're vicious on your knees.
Yeah.
Vicious sport on the knees.
Well, even if I, you know, I suppose, yes, if I don't crash, there's wear and tear, but I'm worried about the worst case scenario.
True. And you know, dude, I mean, I've taken some dives out there, dude. I've been ejected from my skis, which is actually kind of a good thing. It's gnarly. I mean, dude, but growing up, like, it's a thing, dude. I was fortunate growing up, dude. You know, my parents would go to the mountain. I'd get put in ski school, which basically is jail on a mountain for a kid. I was in Utah, dude, Park City. It's absolutely freezing there. That's where they had the Olympics, dude. Great snow, dude. Great slopes. Good runs, dude. But when you're a kid, dude, and you're just cold, dude. All I want to do is chill in the lodge, kick it, and play Nintendo. I want to play GoldenEye or Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And I got to be out there on the slopes learning to ski, dude. I don't want to learn on vacation, dude. Okay? I want to chill. I want to freaking, you know, eat some freaking dank chili in the lodge, dude. Sip on some dank hot cocoa. Then what I realized is my parents put me in ski school, and what are they doing, dude? They're posting up in the lodge, drinking Bloody Marys, maybe having a hot cocoa. So I get it, dude. It's a vacation for the parents, dude. But I'm also grateful for it because, you know, I learned a skill, which is sick, dude. It's like when your parents make you take piano or golf lessons, dude. You hate it as a kid, but then you get a little bit older, you realize this is tight. I'm glad I have this skill, dude. You know, they say youth's wasted on the young, dude. Don't let that be you if you're a young listener out there, dude. Take those lessons, dude, you know. I mean, give the time. Put your hour of practice in, dude. But if you go to ski school, it's going to be a bust, dude. You're going to have kids that you're not going to be friends, dude. You know, they're in masks and goggles all day, then you take it off and you're like, whoa, dude, that kid looks way different than what I was imagining that kid would have looked like. Like, what, dude, this kid's Dutch the whole time? Weird.
I feel like both of those, ski school and like piano and stuff like that, could really benefit from I don't know, modernizing it. And
For
like
sure.
you go to learn to play piano, and what do they teach you? Classical music. It's like, no, let's play some Little Richard or something.
Exactly. Give me some Elton John, dude. Meatloaf even. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, none of that's that modern, but it's way more. It's 100 years, 200 years older than, more modern than Beethoven or.
Totally.
Although that stuff's good.
Yeah, it is great. But you don't appreciate it as a young kid. You want something you want something, dude, you've
heard.
Something that a TikTokers, dude, honestly, whatever that song is, I want to dance contigo, I want to live contigo. That was like a hit a while back. Dude, just put that on piano. Be like, hey, do you realize this song starts on piano? I mean, that probably started on the dance floor, but, you just got to show kids. It's like, it kind of goes back to like, oh, kids who hate math. It's like, dude, you use math all the time, We're using it right now. How exactly? I don't know, dude. Me and you are more than 6 feet apart. We're using math, dude. Mm-hmm. Sick.
See, so in terms of ski school, like, teach kids to like jump and grab their feet a little.
True. You should be busting 360s. Like, you got to learn your wedge, do your pizza, do your pie. And then after that, dude, get out there and just freaking rip it, Go for some jumps, get on some double blacks, and just see what happens, And, dude, have some chiller instructors, Dude who's wearing maybe no beanie on the mountain, who's just wearing shades. That was always sick. The dude who had like just something covering his ears and shades on going down the mountain, that guy always looked sick. Or dudes who are shirtless in Big Bear, it's tight. And then, dude, you get to ride chairlifts. That's a little bit thrilling. Dude, so it's sick. I mean, I'm talking about skiing right now because for today's historical share, dude, I got a write-in from some dudes, and I forget, and I wanted to say in advance because this came in a while ago, and I immediately bookmarked it and got to it. I'm getting to it now, but I forget the dudes who emailed me. So if you're listening, please email me again, StriderWilsonTreads@gmail.com, where I take all, comments, suggestions, corrections, and questions about, history or relationships or whatever, dude. But dudes, these guys wrote in and they said, yo, what up, my dog Strider? Me and my dogs have recently been hyping up some short-term history, which we feel could be addressed in a very dank manner on the pod. We are all free skiers and idolize the potential GOAT of the free skiing community, Shane McConkey, the all-time sender. He may have single-handedly guided the send mentality of action sports. If you don't know who this guy is, we highly recommend dedicating your next 20 or 30 minutes to recognizing how dank this dude was. I think an ep on him could really help increase the general hype from the boys and get them fired up on having a mentality of sending it and having a good time with the squad. Either way, love the new pod and can't wait to be enlightened on more instances of how history can be danks, spelt with a Z. I don't know this dude's name who sent it. The fact that he spells danks with a Z, I love it. When I spell boys, I spell it with a Z. When I say Strider rules, when I write that with my key, whenever I'm in a stall at a truck stop, I write Strider rules and I put a Z with it. Okay? Not on my S for Strider, but rules, R-U-L-Z. So I'm fired up on that when I'm vandalizing public property, which I just admitted to, which I will not edit out because I have integrity. Okay,
so Z is also easier to make than an S,
Very true.
S takes a delicate hand.
True. I bet you most people probably think Zyder rules, when they see that.
I meant at the end. Sure.
But no, dude, but both. Because my S's don't look good. And I already write like a third grade serial killer. I got terrible handwriting, dude.
I mean, why do you think the guy called himself Zorro?
Oh, dude.
Easy to do with a sword.
Good, exactly. You're right.
You're not doing an S. You're not doing Zorro.
Yeah, dude, imagine if he was doing a capital Q.
Yeah.
Get out of here, dude. 2 strokes, having to lift up your sword off the thing? Nah, dude. Not doing that. A G?
How do you even how do you even do a cursive G? I don't even know.
Yeah, cursive G, because you don't lift up could be sick, but yeah, dude, I don't know if I could write in cursive right now. Like, I couldn't be a teacher. If I had to write an essay in cursive, no one's reading that thing, dude.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's doing that.
Friggin' be hieroglyphics, dude. Or maybe I could make some extra money, dude. Just write on old papyrus scrolls, dude. Hide them in the Middle East. Buy a ticket out there. Hide them, and just with my terrible writing, people will be like, this is ancient, dude. This is some sort of Babylonian curse or something, Be sick. All right, dude. So we are going to do an ep on Shane McConkey, and I did spend 20 or 30 minutes and even more minutes and watch some clips, dude, of him just absolutely sending it hard, dude. The guy is a freaking legend, dude. The dude is a beast, bro. Like, you think of Red Bull Sports, dude. Imagine like all those combined into one with like a freaking Mountain Dew Code Red, dude. Like, if the dude, beast mode, dude, just sending it. And I do agree, this guy's the all-time sender, dude, for sure. So let me just start out here. This is pulled from a little bit. You did a little research on the internet, dude. Freaking dank little website, dude. I'd pull it up right now and reference it, but it's gonna be in my sources. My Wi-Fi's down right now, dude. But here we go, dude. This is gonna be this is an email that Shane sent to Red Bull, dude. He goes, "I've had some goals for quite some time now and would like to make them happen." He wrote, proposing a March trip and included a detailed itinerary, photos of his target cliffs, and an outline of his goals. The first of which, ski basing off of a classic line. They accomplished at Sassenger, so they're in the Italian Dolomites. His second goal was to do more wingsuit ski base jumps. The third and most audacious goal was to attempt a double stagger ski base in which he and Holmes, who's his boy who he freaking cruises and sends with, would ski base off one cliff, land on their skis, cut away the first parachute, then ski off the second cliff using a second parachute to reach the ground. The double stagger was the new next thing, and Shane was all about the new next thing, says Steve Winter, one of the founders of MSP. It's like that's like a production company that films like sick action, ski and danks videos and stuff, who was heading to the film crew in Italy. He's always thinking ahead, dude. And I think that's what's up, dude. When you're sending, you got to fun, dude, think about how sick it is. Even when you're just skating with your boys, you're like, all right, dude, we can grind that rail. Then we go down there. Then when one of your boys almost like accidentally does something else and you're like, oh, that was sick, dude. You hopped off your board there. It's like probably how parkour was invented, dude. Like, it's just the most bonding, best time to have with your squad. And they're just doing it at the highest, most extreme level, which is so freaking dank. And the dude's a beast, dude. So basically what we read here is Shane is known for obviously being a straight up legend and legit beast. But he basically combined three sports, extreme sports, into one. He's like, dude, skydiving, base jumping, not enough, bro. Skiing down freaking fat sheer cliffs with basically avalanches coming down behind me, dropping off cliffs, dude, not enough, dude. Oh, wingsuits, dude, basically flying, basically acting like cruising like a squirrel through the air, dude, going along sheer cliffs, not enough, dude. You're gonna have to combine all of those into doing some more epic dank stuff, dude, which I love. And then just before we get back to Shane and his journey, I want to talk a little bit about the history of these three sports that he's combining, dude. Skiing, skydiving, or basically base jumping, skiing, and friggin' wingsuit flying, dude. Which I sound like sort of a Barno and a poser when I call I feel like it should just be called like wingsuiting, but when I call it like wingsuit flying, I feel like I'm like a dad who like his teenager son does that and he doesn't quite get it. And he's out talking to his other buddies who like all his kids play baseball and he wished his kid would play baseball, but his kid's too extreme. And he's like, yeah, my son is into wingsuit flying. And they're like, oh, what's that, Dale? Oh, well, let me tell you, Carl. It's quite extreme. You get up into a plane, you jump out, and you fly. Well, your son does it? Yeah, he's the man. He's had way more sexual partners than I ever had in my life, Carl. I do enjoy scheduled missionary love with my wife. It's enough for me and some good old slow pitch baseball, but my son is an absolute shredder. He wears leather and G-string underwear just because he says it makes him feel like him. So I don't get him. Honestly, he wrestled me to the ground the other day, but in a playful manner. He is the man of the house. Yeah. In fact, I have to get the dinner tab because I do have a curfew from my teenage son. See you fellas later, and I look forward to treating to the cranberry sodas next time around. Yeah, dude, that dad's a square, dude, in case you couldn't tell, dude. All right, and his son's a freaking sender. So what's up? Anyway, dude, skydiving, little history on it, dude. The concept of falling from a sky, dude, dates back to as far as the 1100s in China, dude. Chinese, dude, they're in ships, dude. They were cruising around before Europeans were, dude. They just got sinocentrism, dude. They're like, look, we're going to keep the Mongols out. We're going to post up here. We've explored a little bit, and we feel like we like where we're at, Don't sleep on the Chinese, dude. Oldest civilization, documented civilization, still continuing, dude. They're doing stuff over there, dude. Dank, invented fireworks. Those are tight. 1100s in China, dude. So basically they did what, obviously they didn't have planes, but they did base jumping. Did they go cruise off cliffs and outcroppings, floating to the ground in makeshift parachutes? So they had parachutes that worked. That's tight. Then later in 1485, the renowned Leonardo da Vinci, maybe you heard of him, dude, sketched the blueprints for the first parachute. And the dude actually, and he never used a Da Vinci, but he sketched it out, dude had dank ideas. And this dude in 2000 used period materials from Da Vinci's time and actually did, he went to 10,000 feet, jumped out of a plane, and actually floated using Da Vinci's conceptual parachute, using materials he would have had at that time. Now, that dude did cut away after 3,000 feet of floating and used his own parachute to land, cut out at 7K of altitude, but still sick. And then, dude, the actual history starts with a Frenchman, André Jacques Garnin, who made the successful parachute descent in 1797 using a canvas canopy and a small basket tied beneath a hot air balloon, dude. The first recorded freefall jump is credited to Leslie Irvin in 1919, and the earliest competitive dives date back to the 1930s. And then, of course, skydiving took off after WW Deuce, when, paratroopers, and they developed more parachute technology for skydiving and operations like that. It always goes back to WW Deuce, dude. And, a lot of advances in technology come from military reasons, dude. So, okay, so a little history on skiing, dude. Cave drawings suggest that man used skis during the last ice age in the Paleolithic period, dude. That's a while back, dude. The oldest ski artifacts, though, come from the more recent Mesolithic period. I think they were found in Russia, about 6,000 BC, which dates them to being around before the wheel was even invented over in friggin' Mesopotamia, dude. And, dude, skis, they obviously started as snowshoes, then evolved into skis, which makes sense. I mean, if you got snowshoes, you got to think about, freaking early man crossing the Bering Strait, dude, cruising over to North America. It's like, dude, of course you're going to shred on your snowshoes. There's going to be some young shredder out there who's going to have a square dad named, like, I don't know, whatever freaking early man name is, like Sauger, dude. Honestly, I had a friend in college named Sauger, dude. Kid was a total shredder, dude. Used to do strikeouts, like, basically for breakfast, bro. And, yeah, dude was a ledge, dude, so just makes me think he was also barrel chested and, like, he had a high T count, dude, pronounced brow line, big mitts, dude. Dude used to freaking be the all-time QB in backyard football, dude, just beast, dude. He wouldn't even call it. He wasn't even one of those guys who's like, dude, all right, dude, the numbers are odd, dude. Oh, guys, I'll take them for the team. I'll be all-time QB. Oh, yeah, dude, thanks for sacrificing yourself for the position that's going to have the absolute most fun. Cool, dude. But Sauger, we'd all be like, dude, Sauger, you need to be all-time QB, dude. And he'd be like, I know. And then he'd shred, dude. Dude would put up fat stats, dude. So, yeah, dude, of course, bro, skis are around and someone's shredding, dude. The next era evolved out of military consideration. Once again, dude, WW Deuce ops, even World War I ops, dude. So, yeah, dude, I mean, honestly, even in Norway, dude, in the 1760s, dude, like, think about that. That's American Revolution, dude. The Norwegian army is holding ski competitions, dude. Skiing down slopes and stuff, dude. Sick, dude. And then, the first national race took place in Oslo in the 1860s. Makes sense, dude. Freaking Norwegians getting after it, dude. No wonder that kid in my ski school was maybe he was Norwegian, not Dutch. I don't even know, dude. Kid could ski, though, dude. All right, dude. Wingsuit flying. A little brief history here. This is just by dates, dude. So early 11th century, this guy named Cleric Elmer Malmesbury, dude, also known as Elmer the Flying Monk, dude, builds a set of wings and jumps from the west tower of Malmesbury Abbey. Dude's crippled for life. He tried to cruise on wings, dude, got crippled, dude. Then in 1912, dude, freaking Franz Reichelt, also known as the Flying Tailor, dude, leaps from the Eiffel Tower in a homemade wingsuit, dude, to demonstrate his faith in his design. So he probably had some schmoles being like, dude, you're not going to do it. And he's like, oh, yeah, dude, and you don't think I'm going to do it? And, oh, yeah, dude, that design's not going to work. He goes, dude, I've got great designs. I'll test it on myself. Sadly, he plummeted to his death. But I love that he believed in himself and did something. And that's what, honestly, the man lived a life and did something that he loved. That's truly what it's all about. 1937, this dude named Clem Son, also known as the Michigan Icarus, dude, flying too close to the sun. So he died making a wingsuit jump at a French air show. Mr. Son wows the crowd with his bat-like flight suit. So, you emulate nature with these things. And, dude, he's an innovator, man. He's inspiring people behind him. He made a sacrifice and, was doing something he's passionate about. That's what it's all about, dude. Then in 1966, two California skydivers, this article didn't name them, but they jumped from El Capitan, a 3,000-foot rock wall in Yosemite. Dude, El Capitan, a lot of freaking gnarly stuff going down there, dude. Great freaking rock wall. Dude, it's dank, dude. Go there with your GF, dude. You don't have to climb it, dude, because it's going to be super hard and you have to be super skilled. You also don't have to base jump it, dude, because that's super gnarly. Just you could go there and have a picnic like I would do. Put on some bug repellent, just post up, dude. Have a dank Pinot Sauvignon dank while you're out there with your GF, dude. Tight, dude, and just enjoy. I get stoked watching people do that, dude. You know what I mean? Some people are observers of stoke, and sometimes I observe stoke and gets me stoked. Other dudes need a little bit more to get stoked, and they're doers, and that's tight. 1978, dude, this American skydiver and filmmaker Carl Bonish, dude, great name, dude, becomes the father of base jumping after shooting footage of himself jumping off cliffs, bridges, radio antennas, and office buildings, dude. BASE is an acronym for the launch platforms jumpers can use, dude. Buildings, antennas, span, Earth. That is tight. Now you know, bro. Now you know. Honestly, dude, you learned something today. I learned something. I'm fired up on that. Buildings, antennas, span, and Earth. Base jumping. Great trivia. Bonish passed away in a 1984 jump from Norway's Troll Wall. 2006 French wingsuit jumper Léonic Jean Albert becomes a YouTube sensation when he posts helmet camera footage that shows him skimming past mountain walls. Mr. Jean Albert generates intense public interest in the obscure sport of wingsuit jumping and becomes known as the Flying Dude. That's when I was introduced to wingsuit jumping. I didn't even know until I just did research on this. My McConkey research led me to this, and I'm fired up knowing that, dude. I remember watching that video, dude. All my buddies we were watching, dude, getting so fired up. Like, what, dude? People can fly now. Imagine that, dude. So sick. So sick. So, yeah, dude, Shane combines all three of these dank extreme sports, dude. Skiing, base jumping, and freaking wingsuit gliding, bro. Let's do a little bit of Shane's past, dude. He eventually made his way to the U.S. Shane's parents were skiers, dude. His freaking dad, head of the ski school in Whistler. His mom won several Masters titles. He eventually made his way into the U.S. ski team's junior program, but he was cut for being too small. Shane, and this is one of his buddies quoting here, Shane became what he was in part because he got dumped from his dream and had to create another dream for himself. The dude did not take no for an answer, dude. That's fires me up about Shane McConkey, dude. You know, so many of us in life, we put our validation in others. And look, your aspirations are to be an Olympic skier on the U.S. ski team. And he was there. He was training with them. The dude was a beast. And cut for being too small, that's not something you can control, dude. He goes, oh, okay. Guess what, dude? I'm going to catch fat air now. Fatter air than anyone on any ski team has ever caught in their life. And he did. And that fires me up, dude. So after quitting racing and dropping out of the University of Colorado at 20, dude, McConkey delivered pizzas and made his way into some pro mogul tour events, dude. His mogul career was short-lived, dude. He was and this fires me up, maybe one of my favorite things. Dude got disqualified for throwing a backflip at a Vail event, dude. And when he ran the course naked, the photo of his nude spread eagle became an instant classic. He earned himself a lifetime ban from the resort. I've seen this photo, dude. I didn't even know it was Shane McConkey, dude. I've seen that photo. It's epic. You've probably all seen it, dude. When I close my eyes at night, I love seeing it. It boosts my stoke that much. You ski naked, you do something extreme naked, you are an ultimate legend, dude. It's over, dude. It's all time. All time, dude. When you look at that Shane, dude, you look and you go like this, and bros are talking about him, dude, celebrating him and going, you know what, dude? Shane, that dude was all time. And honestly, I don't think there's any greater praise. I truly don't. Dude. They say a way to live forever is to pass on knowledge. It's the only way that man can do it. You know, we all expire at some point. Another way to live forever is to pass on stoke and the joy. And I think Shane 100% did that, dude. McConkey in 1995 appears in The Tribe, which is like a sick-ass movie about skiers and snowboarders. Very dank. If you got time to watch it, pop it in. I say that because it was VHS's in 95, but now it's just like, you know, download it. The dude did a double backflip off a cliff, a huge spread eagle off a cliff naked, and he just kind of said, I'm Shane McConkey, and I'm here to entertain you guys. Boom. He's being him, dude. And so his performances in this new breed of ski films and like his sophomoric sense of humor tended toward pratfalls, nudity, farts, and practical jokes. The dude was a dude. All of those came together in 1997 creation of his on-screen alter ego, Saucer Boy. Saucer Boy is a whiskey-drinking, saucer-sledding, neoclad takedown of self-serious ski industry. Not only is he saying, hey, U.S. ski team, dude, pseudo-elites, dude. Not knocking the ski team. There's probably some chillers on there, but, you know, the people that are running it, dude. Clean cut, dude. You know, probably can't have hair past the collar, dude, or midway past the ear. Surprised they don't make the ski team wear khakis on the mountain, dude. Tucking polos. You know? Shane goes, dude, I don't need any of that, bro. I'm freaking sipping whiskey, dude. There's great videos of him sliding, you know, going off nice little kickers, dude, catching some air on his saucer sled. And dude, he's like really skilled at doing it. He's holding like a handle of freaking Jim Beam or Doers or Jack or whatever on his sled and just freaking, you know, wearing a kilt sometimes, dude, or, you know, sometimes buck naked, dude, just chilling and having a great time. And honestly, dude, doing stuff that's so stoke inducing, so chill, you know, truly in touch with the inner kid in him, and it sparks joy in all of those who, you know, you work a stressful job, you do whatever, dude. You watch some videos of Shane sending and chilling with his boys. Watch Saucer Boy, dude, taking swigs and freaking sliding across ice. Yeah, dude. Go ahead and try not to get stoked, dude. Go ahead and try. Dare you. And I love the creativity of him doing that, dude. So, dude wins a number of free skiing and extreme skiing comps, dude. He saw a need for more coordination in the discipline, dude. So the guy's, you know, he's having fun, but he's technical, and helped found the International Free Skiers Association in '96. In the early 2000s, he effectively reinvented big mountain skiing by devising the reverse camber. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Reverse camber, reverse side cut powder ski, dude. The dude is technical. He's Da Vinci at this point, dude. He's going, bro, for the needs that we need to get more extreme and get freaking legit and have the most fun and also be the most safe doing it, and set ourselves up for the biggest success and fattest air and dankest times, we need to create and I guess it's a reverse camber, creates a concave rather than convex ski, while the reverse side cut puts the fattest part of the ski underfoot rather than at the tips and tail, like we usually see. The combined effect keeps the rider floating over powder instead of plowing through it, allowing guys like McConkey to ski big mountain lines faster and more aggressively. Now, a guy like me would never need a ski like that. I just need a ski that can, you know, get me down, you know, maybe some double blues, you know, get me to a nippa quickly, you know, cruise down while my GF is boarding, dude, because my GF shreds, you know. She shreds, I believe, Goofy Foot, actually. And I have to double check on that, watch some vids back, but I believe so. And so, you know, I'd be shredding down, cruise up to her on my skis, maybe do a smooch mid-mountain, pull down my neck gator, and then keep cruising. All I like to do is in line and in on time smooch with my GF and fresh pow pow. Very dank, dude. So yeah, dude, Shane devises this equipment, and this is sort of the an early thing of him being creative to, you know, facilitate the needs of his desires, like what we read. He says he's got big ideas, dude. I want to do multiple cutaways, do dual base jumping and from ski to ski, and put a wingsuit in there so I can, you know, have more time and altitude. And so, just to revisit this ski thing at the time, there were some people who were like, "What are you talking about, dude?" But guess what? Basically, I think he was working with K2 to develop that, which is a ski brand, and basically every manufacturer makes a ski of that type now. So freaking what up, dude? So yeah, dude, Shane lived a life, dude. Wife, kid. Dude's a freaking left a legacy of stoke and shredding and all-time sending. And, you know, now we go to March 26, 2009 in Italy in the Dolomites, and Shane passes away. He's charging up there with his partner. And, dude, they're being very, very careful about everything they're doing. They measure it. He does his research. He goes up 2 days earlier to check on things. They do like practice runs off of it. In fact, Holmes, they put on a blog that Shane put on a blog that Holmes broke a toe piece off of his crappy old Trolia bindings to company, Tyrolia bindings, and nearly fell to his death down the icy couloir. And so they were using these 80s vintage Tyrolia 480 bindings. Sometimes I have a tough time recognizing letters and sounding them out sometimes. He picked up at secondhand ski swaps and online as part of a jury-rigged system born of necessity. Because they couldn't fly their wingsuits with skis on, so they had to devise a simple way to release them mid-flight. Solution they came up with made a use of a unique feature that this Tyrolia 480s had. Their heel pieces are released by pulling up rather than pushing down like most of us do. You know, you push down with your pole on the back and it pops, but that one you pull up on it. These old school 1980s freaking Tyrolia 480s, sick rhyme by me right there, really hitting my stride. So you pull up on these bindings. This enables them to rig the leashes with handles to the bindings. They secured the handles to their thighs with Velcro, allowing them to reach down, pull, and pop their skis in midair while maintaining a stable belly down flying position. So you've got eyes on the ground. Very important. Smart. These guys know what they're doing. There's no way I'm inventing that. You have to be doing it and be in it to do that. So, and I mention this because it's going to come up in a moment. There's a failure in a piece of equipment, tragically. So Holmes goes first, dude. He sends first, pulls his wingsuit, floated for 18 seconds before deploying his chute and landing. He opened lower than he'd expected, probably just a couple hundred feet off the ground, but landed safely in a snowfield with some small trees. Holmes quoted as saying, "I remember thinking to myself that part of the reason the cliff seemed maybe higher than it was because there were small trees below." So Shane and Holmes, before sending, go up there, they drop cliffs, they time it, they know the seconds. These guys have done it forever. They go, okay, 10 seconds, that's 1,000 feet. 12 seconds, maybe, it's probably maybe 100 feet per second. I'm not exactly sure on the exact ratio, but these guys know. And they even went up there and they spent all day basically building a kicker, which is like, for if you're a noob out there, you don't know a kicker, dude, it's basically a nice little ramp, going to get you a little fat air, set you up, clear any rocks below, get you out, get you far enough out, dude, get you a little altitude out there so you can do and operate how you need to operate in the air and basically shred. So they build this. Shane's texting the helicopter pilot, boom, let's cruise. We're going to do this. We're going to drop in. We're going to make it happen, dude. Everything's looking good. He's going to film, all that type of stuff, dude. So let me go to, I want to talk about freaking them getting dressed, dude. Because basically that's it with all the Velcro stuff is just what it takes to get dressed is like basically it's such a process, like I just mentioned with those old skis. And imagine you have to get ready. You're like gearing up almost like you're going to space, dude. Like you're putting on a wingsuit, you're putting on a parachute, you're putting on skis. Dude, I went to Big Bear with my GF a few years back, and dude, it was like 65. We were skiing. I didn't mind it. They were blowing nice, fresh, I guess not fresh POW, but artificial POW. And although they use water and stuff, but I was Dank, and they're blowing powder up there, and I'm seeing like families getting their kids ready, dude. And I'm like, these parents do need to put their kids in ski school, because it takes 4 hours just to get ready and get on the mountain. And I'm like, dude, how do they do it? And freaking Shane and Holmes are up there, dude. McConkey and Holmes are up there, dude, and they're freaking putting on a wingsuit, a parachute, hand skis, and another parachute. It's insane, dude. It's freaking insanely awesome, is what I should say. So Holmes lands, turns around, he's got the GoPro on, he's going to get another angle on Shane's run here. And so he looks up, and from his perspective, what he sees is when Shane yanked the handles to release his skis, the right one popped off, but his left ski failed to. To make matters worse, the release ski had somehow become entangled with one still on his foot. We knew something was wrong, says Winter. This is another dude. The Winter's the helicopter pilot who saw it from the chopper, and I guess Winter was filming from the helicopter, and he's like, we were the only ones who could see what was really going on, I guess. So maybe this is a combined perspective from the ground and then Winters in the copter. And McConkey reached the heel piece of his left binding with his left hand, but this caused him to become inverted, which means he was looking up at the sky, not down at the ground, to keep an eye on his altitude. It also meant he couldn't safely deploy his parachute without righting himself, being belly to the earth. But he never went for his parachute, dude, believing it seems that he could fix the problem in time to right himself. His movements were deliberate. He managed to pop his ski off, turn himself over, and get into a stable flying position. So he does correct it in air. The dude is a beast, focused, equipment mishap, and corrects it in midair. Unbelievable presence of mind to be able to do that. Simply ran out of altitude. Like I said, maybe a little bit deceiving, but also things are flying by. You imagine like just how focused and incredible it is to be able to right yourself and do these things at such a high level. And it's just such a bummer that this equipment failure happened and that we had to lose an all-time legend in this way. But I think, we don't think about it. At least I'm not thinking about it as a bummer. And because we celebrate the life of Shane and the stoke that he's given us and passed on to us in such a great way, and that the dudes that wrote in and shared me with and opened my eyes to who this absolute legend was. And I think Shane's word would put it best. I pulled this from a YouTube video that I was watching about a tribute to Shane McConkey, and Shane's reading an essay he wrote in 8th grade. And it's basically, he says it's about some assignment where the teacher's like, write an essay if you knew that you had like a terminal illness and you had a month to live, what would you do? And Shane writes, dude, the first thing I'd do is find someone who could take me skydiving and do that a couple of times. Then I'd go to Europe so I could go helicopter skiing, landing in waist high powder. I'd also go cliff jumping off huge 40-foot cliffs and land in the nice soft powder. Then somewhere I'd get someone to teach me how to hang glide, and I'd do that for a while. There are probably many other things I would do, but right now I can't think of them. But up until my death, I'm going to keep doing fun things. Then the teacher writes, okay, knowing that you don't have a terminal illness or whatever it is, will you do all those things anyway? Shane just laughs, dude. What a beast. He did it, man. He lived the life. He sucked the vine. Did it absolutely right. Went down doing what he loves. We should all be so lucky. Leaves behind a beautiful wife and kid who fully support him. Haters and schmoles are going to say, oh man, be more responsible. It's like, dude, if your dad's a bus driver and like gets hit by a bus, or I understand like, Shane puts himself in the way of more danger as opposed to the regular person, but we got to realize he was not a regular person. This guy was an extreme all-time legend sender. Very, 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 very few of us are able to do that. So it's just not the same as comparing apples and oranges if I compare myself, or any of us compare ourselves to Shane. So he was doing what he loves, and his family fully supported him, and he was good at doing it. It's sick. There's also the debate about, do sponsorships and publications push these athletes to do these things? Shane pushed the limits. He's an all-time sender. He was always thinking of the next thing. He's a beast. Now, I'm not saying in other instances advertisers and whatever don't do that. Maybe they do, but it seems like from what I saw in my research that how I opened it with Shane sending this fire email to MSP and his sponsors being like, yo, this is my plan, these are my goals, I'm going to achieve them. I've got partners and professionals that I work with. Like, it's not like me buying a ticket and going out and trying it for the first time. That would be dumb. That would be me a person taking an unnecessary risk. So I mean, dude, yeah, man, you guys, all time, dude, all time. No other way to put it. So thank you, dudes. Please email me, remind me. I can't believe I can't find it in my email. I'm glad I saved it in a separate document, the body of the email. But dude, thank you for opening my eyes. And I hope, my goal is to pay tribute to an absolute all-time sender legend, Shane McConkey, and also, raise a little stoke and just pass that on, because when dudes do good stuff, I think that's something that's dank to be shared, dude. So the dude made history, man. Combined all three sports, dual base jumping and ski. So he was the pioneer. All right, let's take a few cues and head out. Strider, what up? I have a tiny penis and pretty much just like playing chess against the computer and cooking tapas-style dinners for myself. Do you think I'll be able to get a GF, or is my introvert lifestyle and small penis combo just too much for a lady to have to deal with? Dan Childers. No, dude, there's someone for everyone, bro. Sounds like you're introverted, yet sounds like you like bringing the good time to you. You know, like a tapas-style dinner I usually would associate with going out with a big group and having fun like that. And chess against computer, that is inverted, but you can also play chess with someone. There's probably a lady out there who just watched Queen's Gambit, or anyone who did and loved it because it's a dank show. Yeah, dude, there's someone for you, dude. And small dongs, dude, like, it's chill, dude. You just, everyone's piece. I mean, dude, I have a very, very tiny, tiny, tiny dong, and I've got a lady who loves me, so don't let that hold you back. I mean, I understand you have this combo of introvert lifestyle and small dong. I'm definitely extrovert, but there's someone out there. You'll probably meet an extrovert lady. My Jeff's a little more introvert. You'll meet an extrovert who's into it, who wants to go to like chess tournaments, and maybe you guys make a chess club together, and then it's dank. So yeah, dude, don't be afraid to open yourself up to more and realize but while at the same time maintaining your own truth, What do you think, Aaron? Do you think an introvert lifestyle and a small penis combo is an antithesis to, or sort of prevents love from happening?
No, certainly not. I think there's somebody for everybody, and I think there's probably several somebodies for everybody. You just got to find them.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert. I'm happily married. I don't have the dong problem, but halfway there. So
sick. Everyone adds up to a 10, dude. Yeah. Think about it like that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Except Shane, dude. He went to 11, bro. No question, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, dude.
What do you think the skis they look like on 11?
That exact. Yeah,
right.
Damn straight. Damn, dude. Skiing's badass, dude. He makes skiing. The dude made something that your grandpa or your dad did. Badass. That's tight. That's tight. Strider. Here's a fire historical would you rather. Dude, would you rather exist in the Wild West as an outlaw or be a Roman legionnaire? Scott Donald. That's a great question, dude. Makes me wish this sparkling water I was sipping on was a White Claw so I can get even more fired up about it. Dang, dude. I mean, a Roman legionnaire is sick. I love Roman times. I love that era. I would imagine we would, have, dank olive oil and wine and bread dinners and eat grapes. And, maybe I would be stationed somewhere where we weren't, having to, suppress and, under the guise of, oh, these barbarians are going to be helped by our rules and laws, but really we're just collecting tax from them. So without getting too much into the imperialistic thing, just sort of lifestyle, I think it'd be sick to be boys with about 5,000 other bros, using the phalanx, protecting each other, training with our shirts off, with swordplay. That fires me up. Maybe we have a dog.
Or a bear.
Yeah, or a bear. They would use stuff like that. Maybe we fight Hannibal's army under Scipio Africanus, and we cruise with an elephant. Maybe an elephant's like, dude, I like these Roman dudes, they're chillers. Then I get to post up with an elephant. Wild West outlaw. I like that there's probably no rules in my posse. I like that we cruise around as saloons. We're probably camping. I have a horse, a 6-shooter, maybe a Springfield rifle. And that's tight. I like the aesthetic. I like the look. I love cowboy aesthetic. They were COVID safe back then. They were wearing cloths over their face to keep dust out and weren't even thinking about it. They were visiting bordellos. Something that, is probably frowned upon, but, people say it's the oldest profession, probably the oldest oppression. But, I don't shame anyone who's empowered. Maybe, we go to a nice empowered bordello and we enjoy ourselves, drink some whiskey in a nice saloon and gamble. And I love playing poker. If I could take my tack classes back to the Wild West, that would also be sick. This is a tough one. This is a great question, Scott. I might just go Wild West, because if I think about any injury, or like even going to the dentist back then was a bust, I always think about that. Like, I hate going to the dentist now, and like I have numbing stuff. Like, literally, if I want the dentist to put me to sleep, I could get through it. I haven't gotten there yet. But like, just thinking of medical procedures or anything, like, this is kind of a lame way to think about it, but like, you know, if I get the flu or something as a Roman, I'm probably just going to be dead. But like, you know, I could probably survive some other stuff in the Wild West. Plus there's trains, you know, maybe I know about, like, if I can have my knowledge now, I know the gold rush is coming up. I can probably cruise to like California. I can probably cruise to where Huntington Beach is right now, or San Clemente. Probably I'd go to San Clemente and just post up there with my horse, you know? So I probably got to go Wild West. What about you, Aaron?
I mean, I do just enjoy the Wild West aesthetic way more.
Yep.
I'm a two-gun guy. I'm
Oh.
one on each hip.
Let's go, baby.
You know?
Pistols akimbo.
Yeah.
Love it, baby.
And probably a Winchester around your back. But
It's a great look.
yeah.
It's a great look. Hopefully I never have to use them, but guess what? Better have them and not need them than not have them and need them.
Mm.
I messed that up. Okay, here we go. Last one. What up, Strider? Longtime customer at Benihana's, first-time emailer of you. As we both know, one of the dankest history moments was when Matt Damon showed that people from Boston could know a lot of stuff in the Oscar-winning film Good Will Hunting. He most aptly does this in the bar scene, where he shows that book-smart know-it-all that he knows more about history than him, and then gets the babe's number and talks about apples. That was dank. I agree. My question is, could you deconstruct what Matt Damon was schooling that other guy on? I haven't been able to fully understand it, because I get caught up in how he's able to score the babes, he didn't put numbers while helping his friends in a tough situation. If you could answer his history-related question, that would help me quite a bit. I know he mentions Gordon Wood, but I don't know who that is. I also assume he knows how to chill. Lots of love and good times in the morrow. Alexander. Dude, great question. I read this one off the cuff. I would have to do some research on Gordon Wood, but basically I think the gist of Damon's domination is that, of this dude, is that like the guy who's trying to appear smart, who also has fire hair, by the way, in that scene. He's got like long kind of flow, almost similar to Chad's. It's the only way I empathize with this character at all, but like, he's basically just like, oh, I did my reading and I'm just going to quote Gordon Wood. I'm just going to sort of reiterate what he said. And then Damon, who's done further research and actually did a deep dive, contextualized himself around that assignment with actually not even being assigned the work. So he has already higher IQ, which the highest sign of that is intellectual curiosity. So Damon, the janitor, just went ahead and researched that because he was fired up to do it. And he goes, actually, dude, that quote you dropped was from one period in Gordon Wood's life. If you would actually know who the man was, he didn't believe that later, and then, you know, basically says you're just doing it to blah, 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 impress, and just basically just totally just makes him a beta in that situation. And then, you know, Matt Damon looks at Minnie Driver and is just like, what up, dude? I got knowledge. I'm a freaking legend, dude, and I'm handsome. But, you know, I got a checkered past, dude. And, you know, the only love I know is the demented love that I was brought up around, and I don't want that to happen to you. So I'm going to flaw myself to protect you. And then, you know, he goes and sees about a girl. So let me, just to do you a little bit of justice, try to look up who this guy is. Gordon Wood, dude. History of Radicalism in the American Revolution. His book, The Creation of the American Republic, won 1970 Bancroft Prize. He's a professor at Brown University. Let's see, dude. So probably, dude, the radicalism of the American Revolution. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's probably saying it's radical times. I don't know. Maybe it was something about how the olive branch petition really went out to, maybe he starts there. I don't know, but like the olive branch petition, basically a lot of people don't know about this, but friggin' the founding fathers wrote to King George. They're like, look, dude, we get it, bro. You need to collect your taxes. You got to pay the bills, you know? We understand. All we're asking is that you give us a seat in Parliament so we can express ourselves and make our case known and be fully represented. before you do that, dude. And they wrote it, dude, and they were very understanding. They go, we get it, bro, but come on. And then the king just writes back, you're my subjects, you're my schmoles. I'll friggin' crush you, pay your taxes. And then they're like, all right, it's on. So then they got radical. So maybe Gordon Wood, maybe this guy, this schmole that was, you know, trying to impress Minnie Driver was saying something about Gordon Wood, but was probably just, you know, didn't understand the context around it would be, and as it relates to the American Revolution. And I don't know if it has to do with the olive branch, but maybe something like it did. Sick, dude. That was from Alexander. Thank you, Alexander, dude. Maybe you're named after Alexander Hamilton. That'd be sick, dude. Dank founding father, dude. All right, dude. Fire up of History is Dank. Aaron, thank you, dude. You're a beast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode, dude. Go eat an apple. I'm going to. Every time I think of freaking watch Good Will Hunting, I got to go crush an apple, dude. And then, you know, say to myself, how about them apples? And it's Dank, dude. Shane McConkey. Go watch a video, dude. The guy is a beast, all-time sender. And we were lucky that to be graced with the amount of time that he was with us. And, you know, his stoke will live on forever. And, you know, can't wait to see who else he inspires. And if, you know, you're thinking of taking a risk or going out and do something, you know, inform yourself about it and take a chance on yourself, dude. You know, that's what I would take from it. All right, dude, friggin' lit.